So I think that Zelensky is making a mistake in his negotiations with Russia. He is not giving Putin a way out of the war, meaning that Putin, is a dictator. He's evil, yes. Russia's actions are reminiscent of the actions of Nazi Germany during World War II, yes. But the peace negotiations with Putin gave Zelensky and Ukraine a way out of the conflict. What Russia has demanded is a neutral status for Ukraine, that it won't join NATO, to give up Crimea, and to give up the Donbass. I think that if Zelensky had agreed to 2 out of 3 of those conditions, the war would probably be over now. Now, I'm not saying that these negotiations are in Ukraine's favor, and I'm not really saying they're fair, but I think that at this point, given the huge miscalculation by the Russian military and the face saving that Putin as a world leader needs, both to save himself on the world stage and to save himself internally, I think that Zelensky wasn't calculating as a businessman. I think he was calculating emotionally. And also, he may be exaggerating the support that, or he may maybe not understand the support that he has globally. I think the most important thing, just as John F. Kennedy gave the Soviets an honorable and face-saving way out of the Cuban Missile Crisis, I think that Zelensky, by being completely inflexible during the negotiations with Russia, forces the Russians to fight to the end. And the reality of the situation is the Russians have a stronger army. They will eventually win. Of course, it'll be at a huge cost of both finance, manpower, and military arms. But I think it's really important when you're in a negotiation or in a war, or you're in any kind of peace negotiation, to give the other party, the enemy, a face-saving exit. And by saying no to all their basic demands, I think it creates a situation now where the Russians have to keep fighting. Putin has to keep fighting to save his own life. Again, what I would have done was I would have said, yes, we'll be neutral as Ukraine. Yes, we'll give you Crimea, which has historically been a part of Russia. And maybe say no to giving up Donbass. And I think at that point, I'm not totally sure, but this is my opinion, I think that Putin would have said yes. Again, I think Zelensky made a mistake. He is not a military figure, and maybe he doesn't have military historical knowledge, but it's a big mistake in my opinion.